a start, look at this picture. Look at this picture. Shout out Jamie. Tell me that this is not some AI shit. Jamie, what's going on here? And what's with the caption? 1st of August, and it's just Jamie's face. I thought this was an announcement. What the hell-y? What the hell-y? Ah! What are you playing at? This fake cryptic shit, because I'm trying to fucking solve everything, get all the whole card, and and I'm cracking the puzzle, and doing all the extra shit, and you over here just bullshitting me, Jamie! You Bizzle Sharon looking motherfucker!
I must not give in to these fantasies of weakness. Doubtless this is some charm laid on me by an evil shaman, evil sorcerer. Only the chase has meaning. It's meaning.
Yeah. Keep running. Yo. Look, I'm in the outback where it's spooky. Wildcats still pursue me like owls do to the rats and the clouds do when I'm moody. Proud dads to Suzuki's. You backed out and amuse me. I'm good here from I tear your whole crown flat. From I'm in the outback with no neighbors. Giant snakes and the gators. You feel fear in your veins ever since the moment you came in. Heat raises the stakes and big meat is the fragrance. I reign here from a day to doubt that. From I'm in the outback with my chest out. I'm the best out. Who's next? Put you through the test. Do the chew your neck out. When you eat through tube and bed bound. From I eat mountains for breakfast. Keep rounds in these
Yo, shout out to everybody out there who's watching this. Subscribe to the channel. He's doing big things. My man Cammy. It's your man Caps, aka Angry Fan Man. We up out of here.
What's good? It's Cammygbr, yo. We are here. A recap of this episode. Thank you for finally coming along. I know it took a little few days after than planned. Life is life, and I had work and then more work, and then I had a nap when I was going to do this, and you also got the recap for what you call from the secret battle rap event. I think that it was one shot. Technically, it was called one shot from on site. Great time. Please check the recap. Please check when them battles come out. I think, like I said, it's gonna be a movie to come out in a few weeks to come when they edit and make it all look nice and pretty. So make sure to check that one out. All right. You got that? You heard me? All right then. I got one more thing actually. One more thing before we talk about this episode. After this Monday when the next We're Winning Matters comes out, on the week there'll be 2 videos coming out of a series. Basically, it's the big conversation about what's going on in battle rap. So battle rap is obviously the big hot topic right now. Is it dying? And so I take like an hour to discuss the no cut 2 situation and things that I would do. Or not I would do, because I'm not. It was like ideas on how to help with battle rap in different ways. I think it was a very good video. And then I do a reaction of the article. Now the article I did read a little bit before, but going into it I tried to use examples from like King of the Dot as well, and just I'm not poking holes at the article because it's a very well written article, but using examples and some counterpoints, some points where I agree, and just being natural with it, and just whatever's the thought of the mind when reading each part of the article. So that will come out after this week, coming from the next We're Winning Matters. So look forward to seeing them. Yeah. With that said, let's talk this event. This event was interesting. So we're back to having Briggsy again, doing the old talkaroonies and breaking down the storylines. It's fine. I have no comment about it. We're back to doing this, which is cool. I think this week coming's actually is it the recap? It might be the 4-week recap. I can't remember. It might be. So fine enough. No words to say. However, this is the first week of the new battles. So like after the top 4, after the qualifying to get into the top 2, now we're in the playoffs. 1 and you're and you're done. It adds a level of intensity, and it's quite crazy that these are the last coming weeks of the entire We're Winning Matters tournament. Like before we get to the semi-final, before we get to the final. It's very, very interesting and very exciting, to be honest. I think it's only about I think Lauren had said there was only 3 or 4 weeks left, something like that, something crazy. So we got to make the best out of these. Now, considering I know I fell off the bandwagon a little bit, that has been 12 to so far videos every fucking week. I need to know what you guys want to do for this afterwards. We'll play, we'll do stuff, you know what I mean? And now I've got new series and all that I've been working on coming out, as I've announced on the live stream. So we still get the streets moving. We got the skirt. We got the streets still moving. So we'll continue to try and do this a video every week, whether it's on a Monday or whatever. But just having fun with it. Let's have fun with it. Now, let's talk about the battles. Quicksilver versus Bowski. Let's go with that one first. Fine battle. Fine battle. It's a battle. It happened. In all honesty, I don't think the writing here was from Quicksilver was as strong as the Sam Hype's writing. I think that one was just a different approach that just seemed to work more on Sam Hype's. But it was a good battle, and Bowski, when he gets into the pockets, I think Bowski being in the pockets probably didn't help him as much as he thought it might, because there's this whole thing of and keep on going and don't stop. However, when you do this and you keep on going, you then kind of lose a little bit of what you were doing in the first place. So, for example, there was this really good Anthony Mackie bar that Bowski had that none of the judges talked about. It just sort of went scoot by because it was all inside this pocket of kind of the humor of Bowski, and that kind of went missing. I think I was in the second round, I want to say. But speaking of the second round, brilliant. I love that. I love the high five shit. Really clever, and just a good way of continuing on, addressing everyone, and continuing to rap and not letting that affect you. And considering you have to know someone's going to do this, and you have to be the word might be astute you must be astute to be aware that this was going to happen. So that was really good. But other than that, it was a good battle. Still one of the better battles of the tournament. However, there's a level that I'm expecting out from Quicksilver, and I don't know if this battle 100% made that. But again, this is when you're battling back to back. So all of these notes and all these things that we're saying, these are all battles that happened before the We're Winning Matters tournament even started. So you or at least it was a weekend. So if you're going to be doing all these, like the battles here, and now people are telling you how to be and in the battles from February onwards, it doesn't do you any good. You kind of have to wait. If you're in the semi-finals, if you're in the quarterfinals, now with this approach of, this is how the battles are supposed to be. Now you can then take the notes on and move forward. So yeah, good battle, and I'm glad that Quicksilver's made it to the quarterfinals. Bowski's a legend. There's no denying that. But I think it was probably rightfully deserved. Hamel versus Yaneth. I fuck with you, man. You're doing everything that you can. I get deer in the headlights. Boop. And it says, whoa, what am I doing? It's my turn. I totally get that. It's a tough situation to try and get over. And it takes a technique that he needs to find to figure it out. But fuck me, Hamel is just so fucking good. And watching the recap of his battle. Shout out Lauren. Hamel is a real student, but he never went the short circuit route. He barely even went the undisclosed route. He went from a 2-on-2 to the 1-on-1 with a 2-on-2 with a friend. He kind of did it a bit different. So he's going to approach things a little different, not with the same mindset as a lot of other people. He's doing a very good job in protecting his stock as well, and not jumping out the bandwagon and battling the big names. He's not doing that. He's keeping within his range for now, and letting Premier Battles try and support him. So that's really well done. This battle, it was just a great performance from Hamill. So direct, so much like fun, but mean. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying this is bullying because of Yaneth's not so great performance, but I think how Hamill comes across is to be a type of bullying, and I think that's a really effective way of battling, and it just adds a little bit more of an edge and a cutthroat to the material. So I respect it. I respect it a lot, and I think Hamill's just so fucking dangerous. I'm hoping to see Hamill go to the moon, but I want it to be on his time. I'm pushing for Hamill versus Los Prime. If that plug event is happening this year, they talked about possibly a plug event. If that's happening this year, I'm pushing for that, because the two young guys, I think Hamill will rise to the occasion. I think it'll be very similar to like a Slim Buck versus Giannis. I think the energy is just going to be there, and Hamill's going to revel in it. Los Prime's going to get a big reaction from the crowd. It's just one if he loses to the Burke, and if he loses, if he loses in the final and his plug at the end of the year, something like that. Okay, something like that would be so fucking sick to me. But yeah, Hamill 3-0. Gassed Buff versus Sam Hypes. Now, well done, Sam. Well done, Sam. That was swipe. Take that one away from Gas Buff. Jesus. The problem, I think, what was going on is I think, at least looking at the material and whatnot, I think Gas Buff was like a minute, maybe even 55, 56 seconds. It felt like Gas Buff had really short rounds in comparison, where we're at a point where we're expecting this 110, 113, push to the very end of the time limit until they put the hand up and get cut off. Like, that's what we're kind of expecting now. And Gast was just like, poo, right when the bit in the top right is I've just figured out which was my left and right there. That was crazy. When that goes green, Gas is cutting his rounds where that needs to go red. It needs to go red. But what I was quite sad about watching the recap from Lauren again, Gaspa was very much like, yo, I was burnt out. I was about done. I ain't doing this. I won't be doing this no more. I was struggling to write. I actually felt quite upset because, watching the promo of the battle, Gast is very much, I am the best I've ever been. Yeah, I am. He's giving his fucking soul out there, and then he watches the battle and goes, oh, and he does the battle and says, oh, I actually don't mean any of that. Like, it's all a bravado, and I respect that. Die on the sword, totally die on the sword. But Gast cannot be no jobber that looks for his own battles and be like, oh, battle who I want, and then get just whatever random people. Gast is at a point still. There is a trajectory for him. There is somewhere he needs to go. Get somebody call Soulcon. Hey, Soulcon. I remember I sent a tweet out 3 years ago. Now we do it. Yeah, yes, Soulcon. You'll fly over here. Premier Battles. You already know. Come on. Come take this walk with me. Guys. Let's get prepared for Soulcon. I think you're the consistency you have brought over the last year and a half. You deserve a big opportunity, and I hope, and a big opportunity in the UK. And it's you do so much for the culture. I don't want you to burn out, but rather if you have your space, then have a battle booked. Like something that excites rather than doing all these battles and then just feeling shit about yourself, because that's not what this is about. It's not what this is about at all. Salute to you. Real shit, salute to you. But I have to let's go back to Sam Hypes now. Sam, I'm needing more of this. I think you didn't do anything particularly different to even your Quicksilver performance, but I appreciate what you I appreciate all your rounds and how you were putting your points across. I think you were smooth as well. You were smooth with it, and just a great form of attacking. You know, like and it was your style was a little bit more honed in comparison to what was the first time around. But you know, you still sound the same. There was nothing inconsistent, and it was just rapping until you finished, as it should be. Just rah 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 rah. You know, but I think for Sam, this is at this point, obviously I'm giving you any of these tips and all that without actually like the next round happening, whether he wins or loses, if he's semi-finals or whatever, because semi-finals are like June. I would need to see Sam Hypes try not to go for this posh guys I'm a ruffin type angle. I want to see more of the bars that aren't that concept, where it's the comparison shit. It's a very common move from Sam Hypes, and it's a very much a used method for Sam, and it's a tried and true. You know, it gets some wins, gets some losses. Like it's something that has worked for him. I need to see him. I need to see the approaches be a little different. You know, and for someone like Sam, and I think when the approaches are a little different, because a lot of the battles, if he goes back, it is like because you know we have particular characters. Like you could call half of Sam Hype's like his resume they're Tory. Like he could easily do that. Like I don't know that they're actually Tory, but like they would look like it, and it's an angle that's been used for like half a round. I want to see you kind of go into a little bit different. What happened in a battle, and you did this, and because of this, that then led this, and even if it's like you said, and then have a connecting bar to it and relay back, you know, like and just something that becomes a little bit more of them. The gas flips, I was fine with it. Gassed. You know, like I say gas buff. I don't say gassed a buff. Like that's almost grammar Nazi. Gassed buff. No, it's gas buff. You know, that's a little grammar Nazi-ish. However, there was a lot of gas name flips. Maybe you know, try the buff. You know, I don't know. You see you buff back land. Face buff back land, just some crazy shit like that. I don't know. I just need try slightly different approaches, okay? And or how maybe like how other people approach the same sort of angle of a posh boy, and see how that works. It might make a little bit more of a difference in comparison to how you are currently. It's a little bit of the same, and I'd be worried if you had the other battles that who was you had Peace Soldier, you wouldn't have had that one, and whoever the other person Dynamic Mike, and not Dynamic Mike, whoever the other person Quicksilver had, like you might have went for another posh angle there too. It's one of these things, but really well done from Sam Hypes to get the win, and I actually chuffed for him to be in the quarterfinals. I'm genuinely chuffed for him, and I hope he gets to the semifinals, and I hope to see that announcement. But yeah, it was in winning versus Gas Buff. That you know, number 3 for champion of the. That's a tall order, and that looks good for Sam in 2026. Hey, that's the recap there. Apologies for being later than planned. I will catch you on Monday, and then afterwards, as I said at the start, we're going to be releasing the new, like 2 new videos talking about the No Cut 2 event, basically T-Tub's Disasters event, and Organics article. It's a 2-part series, okay? Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Baby girl, you know I find your side, and I know that you know that I can make it right. I feel just how